going on, dudes and dudettes? Yes, don't mind the nice hat from my stepfather and his company, Sowing and Reaping. I have a little bit of a bad hair day right before I take a shower, but want to get this video done here early on this Friday, so yes, you can enjoy all the glory that is this Angels and Airwaves hat that's in a USC color style. So definitely very happy about this and really rock it almost every other day. So yes, if you want to check out his stuff, his page on Instagram, I'll put a link in below, or at least have a picture up. You can see what the name looks like on Instagram, so you guys can go and check them out. So definitely well worth it. Nice prices as well will work with you. So definitely go check them out if you like. And then to start off with a bit of USC news, the pretty much star freshman for USC this year, Isaiah Collier, we did find out officially he will be out 4 to 6 weeks, so a month and a half or so to a month, or a month to a month and a half right now, because of that hand injury he suffered the other day against Washington State. That pretty much pushes him to the limit of where he could return either at some point in the middle of February or at the end of February, right before March, and hoping that the team does still have contention to be in the March Madness tournament. And if they aren't, then I'm pretty sure he won't return anyways, because he's already considered a top 10, almost top 5 player overall drafted in this class coming up in 2024. So might as well just sit out, protect that hand still, and whatever else you got to prepare and get ready for the draft combine. So either way, hopefully he can come back sooner, more like that 4-week period, and hopefully USC will still be in contention, like I said, to get into that tournament. So we'll see about that the next month or so. And then I forget if he's a defensive ends coach or an outside linebackers coach, Roy Manning for USC football. He recently posted on X and social media that he will be moving on and going somewhere else. I don't think he officially said where he will be going, but it's kind of not that surprising because there was rumors and a lot of things swirling around. I think he's a defensive line coach for almost at St. Louis, the LA Rams. I forget if his last name is Henderson or Anderson, but I think there might have been already a deal made for him to come to USC. So that is kind of weird that you would have it's usually they go from college to the NFL, but I guess he's coming to college to be able to maybe become a head coach quicker in college. You never know, but I guess nothing has been made official because he still has to go play up there in Detroit this weekend for the NFL wildcard playoffs. And then depending what happens, whether if they lose that game or even if they continue, they probably won't be able to announce it until the Rams lose. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I guess USC already has their next defensive line coach, so I'll be able to say who that is officially when they put out a post coming up soon. And PFF recently did their all-pro teams for the NFL, and kind of surprisingly, Amon-Ra St. Brown is on the second team. He had one of the better seasons, not only in fantasy football, but in overall football. I think he broke records, as we mentioned before, for the Detroit Lions this last season too, so that was really good for him, but still was only able to make the second team. I think some of the good players are ahead of him, like Tyreek Hill and CeeDee Lamb, and I forget one other player. I'm pretty sure that could have been a toss-up if it's like Mike Evans or something from the Buccaneers, who is on it's still kind of playoff team just because of how bad their division was, but St. Brown is on the better team and probably has just as good, if not better, numbers. So it's kind of surprising, but either way, I guess congrats to him. It is PFF, so it's not 100% official. And then they also did a rookie team, and 2 USC guys made that rookie team. Obviously on the defensive line, Tuli Pelotu, not only USC but my LA Chargers, and then Blackmon, the cornerback from USC, who is playing with the Minnesota Vikings, who was selected in the 3rd round. And there's a lot of good guys on that list of all the PFF rookie team, so a lot of guys I like too, but Chargers didn't listen, but a lot of them were picked high too and had to play right away for those teams. So either way, congrats to those guys, especially the USC guys, and we'll see how their future folds out. And a 5-star combo guard, VJ Edgecombe, is going to finally decide and announce where he's going to be committing in a couple of days. I think it's at the 14th, so that's either, I forget what date it is. It's either the 11th or the 12th. So at least this weekend at some point, he will be announcing. So hopefully it will be Duke. I know there's Kentucky and Baylor, I believe, but to add him to already stacked 2024 class would be pretty awesome. And it just kind of means, too, that a lot of the guys that are on the team will be leaving, which would be kind of sucky to have to roll out with a really young group like that, especially all freshmen. But if they're talented like this, then you might as well do it. So looking forward to that. And then the Chargers did make a couple more requests on a couple of other GMs and coaches out there. I believe the coach they recently did was the Ravens defensive coordinator, Mike McDonald. So once again, a guy they're not going to be able to interview right away because he is in the playoffs and they pretty much have a bye week this week. So I don't know if that counts, if he can make an interview this week or still have to wait till after a certain point in the season. I think they do, like later in January. So we'll see about him. He's been pretty good so far the past couple of seasons while being there for the Baltimore Ravens. So I like that. And then there was a GM around there named Ian Cunningham. I forget exactly where he was from. I forget if he was maybe a high candidate for Washington's or if he was let go from Washington. I forget. But yes, apparently he is a guy that's getting a lot of traction right now, including from the Chargers too. So we'll see how this ends up with their search. But yes, a lot of requests here and there on the daily, and I will update you on who they will be requesting and hopefully get a lot of these interviews done. It's a pretty cool mini exchange that happened the other day on X, or formerly known as Twitter. So there are times where whether they mention guys who are leaving or transferring to a school or in the transfer portal, and I will obviously repost them with a fight on symbol, but I also kind of do that with players who are announcing for the NFL draft and who I like that I want the Chargers to get. And I'll do like a little like bolt emoji or whatever that is on your phone along with that repost. And this is one of the first ones, especially from the Chargers side, that actually got some more traction out there, which was, I believe it was the center Jackson Powers Johnson from Oregon, and he's heading to the Reese's Senior Bowl. And obviously I liked him just because the Chargers definitely need to look at some of the top center talents out there, and he's definitely one of them, like top 2 or 3, if not the number 1 overall guy. And he's an Oregon guy, so Justin Herbert, the Chargers quarterback, will have some liking to him already. But I believe his mother, because when I looked at the profile, because it was the only person that liked that repost that I didn't know, and it said it said on her headline that she was the proud mother of that said player, Jackson Powers Johnson. So that was pretty cool that her mom is looking at that. Maybe she likes that idea too of him going to play in LA with the Chargers also. So hopefully that does end up coming true. I think he's probably a 2nd round pick if you have to. Hopefully a 3rd round pick is better, but yeah, you might have to get him in the 2nd round. But with the whole Corey Linsley, stuff that he might end up missing because the rest of his career now because of that heart condition, then kind of have to go for a center early if you don't plan on going after one in free agency. So we will see. And last night, I believe the Anaheim Ducks did lose on the road once again, 3-6 to the Carolina Hurricanes. So not much you can really talk about there. And then, yes, sadly, the Lakers lost also last night to the Phoenix Suns. Pretty big. I think it was like 109 to 127 blowout. It probably was worse, but some of the Lakers bench players stepped up, and I think it was pretty bad because Bradley Beal of the Suns stepped up to have 37 points. I think this was the first time. It might have been the second time, but I think that other time, all 3 of the big 3, as they call it, for Phoenix, one of them got hurt at some point in that game. So this was the first true test against this big rival now in Phoenix. And yeah, Lakers got their butts kicked. I don't know if it's because they're just waiting to turn it on for the playoffs or if they need to make trades, because a lot of those guys that they re-signed haven't really been stepping up. D'Angelo Russell, I don't think even Rui Hachimura has been playing. As of late, Gabe Vincent is still out with that injury that he had surgery for. So a lot of those guys that they signed at some point in the summer are trade eligible coming up pretty much after this weekend, around January 15th. So I know a lot of people are talking crap and smack about the Lakers roster, but it could look a whole lot different too in another week or so. So definitely look out for that. I'll try to get out some mock trades here and there, whether it's this weekend or on Monday or Tuesday as well. So look forward to those coming out, people. Yes, thanks for watching, people. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what y'all think. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.